2.
Hey, Adam here, the Roof Strategist, and today we're talking about how to get the most from your canvassing. Now, I want to bring up one thing, the biggest mistake that almost everyone makes when they're canvassing door to door or prospecting. I call it the one and done mentality. So you find the perfect neighborhood like this one, and you show up, and let's say you're there at 3:45. Kids get out of school, it's the summer, it's a prime time for door knocking. You rip through the neighborhood, you knock on, let's say, 50 doors, 15 of which are home, you get rejected from 10, you talk to 5, you land 1 inspection. What about all those doors that you hit that no one was home? Most people will move on to the next neighborhood, but you just totally missed out on a huge opportunity to get the most out of the neighborhood you're already in. You already got inspections, you already have neighbors' names to drop and mention. So here's what I want you to do to get in the habit of this. You want to track all of your canvassing efforts. You can do that on certain apps like Spotio, that's one of my favorites, or you can use it the old school pen and paper method. Now, when I started doing this, I would always have my clipboard handy and my pen, and I'd write down the name of the street and the street number, the address, the time that I showed up to the house, and I'd have a box to check. Were they home or were they not home? If I clicked no or checked no that they weren't home, I know I'm going to come back to this neighborhood not at 3:45, but how about 6 o'clock or maybe 10 in the morning? Maybe I can catch a stay-at-home mom or a gentleman that comes after a second or third shift of work. So document the address. Document the time you showed up. Then you want to leave a spot to write in the homeowner's name. Should they answer the door and you begin a conversation, you'll write their name down as you get it so you don't forget it, and you can write any details about the home before you leave. So yes, no inspector was out, I did an inspection. You have a full list of all your data in one place. Let's say the next street over, you're going to switch streets. Just to keep it easy, write the new street name and then just the address is beneath it, so you don't have to write all that out over and over and over again. But now when you get back to the office or you're home at night, you have this running log of every single door that you track, because if you track your sales efforts, you're going to see results. What most people overlook is they feel like they knocked all these doors. They look down, they only knocked 20 of them. 20 is not enough. So if you actually keep track of what addresses you were at and at what time, that'll help you look through and say, okay, I knocked this neighborhood here and 3 o'clock's not the prime time. I'm going to try noon. As you start to do this, you're going to find those hot spots in those prime times. You're going to say, hey, this is the retiree community. I'm going to make the most of my sales time, and I'm going to hit that retiree community during the day because I know they're home, maybe before golf or just after the early tea time. That way, I can shift to the blue-collar neighborhood after work, say 4 or 5 o'clock when people are getting off of work, their kids are home, they're playing outside, and it's an amazing time to penetrate that neighborhood. So when you track your time, you start to know what neighborhoods to hit when. But most importantly, if I got an inspection with a gentleman named Michael up the street, and Michael was the only person I talked to that day, but I knocked 60 doors. Most guys are going to go to the next neighborhood. Well, I already knocked that door. No one was home. That's not enough. You go back, and it makes it so much easier because I know 3 o'clock wasn't the best time. I'm going to try 5. I hit the doors again. I also have an easy way to say, hey, Mr. Homeowner, I left some literature on your door the other day, last Tuesday, because you have a note on the date that you were there, and I'm working with Mike up the road. We just took a look at his property. I helped him file a claim, and we found some hail damage. And if it was just 3 doors up, I'm assuming your house is going to be the same. Why don't we hop up there and take a look? Do you have any objection if I just grab my ladder and hop up there? And you'll notice that that line from another video, do you have any objection if, because we're looking for that negative agreement. When they say, no, I don't have any objection, they actually agree to it. So the takeaway is this: document every address, every date, and every time you knock a door. You can keep it in a simple running log to go back to hit that neighborhood, and always reference anyone you talk to make the door knocking experience easier. Even the little thing like saying, hey, I left some literature on your door last week. I just want to stop by and follow up. All right, so that's what we've got for making the most from your door knocking experience. And to help you stop rule number 1, the mistake number 1, which is the one and done. Don't just hit a neighborhood and go through. Give it 2, 3, 4 times so you get everyone in the neighborhood. And I'm going to close with this. There's a gentleman that sold with me, and he did, 40 homes, 40, in a 6-block perimeter, because he'd go back and he'd go back and he'd go back. And once he got rejected, he'd go back again. He'd get rejected. There was a homeowner, I won't forget, he knocked that door 4 times. When he showed up in the 4th time, he said, Peggy, I know you, you've talked, you've kicked me off your doorstep 4 times. I've done 20 homes in the neighborhood so far. I just signed up your neighbor, we're working with them. Are you sure you don't want me to take a look? And she said yes, he got that job too. 40 homes. I'll let you do the math on that income. So don't waste those efforts, get the most from your door knocking. Now, if you are out door knocking and you want the best literature to leave behind at the door, you're more than welcome to use my material that I've developed. It's all for sale in my Roofing Sales Accelerator Marketing Pack. Once you purchase it, you download it instantly. You type in your name, phone number, company name, click print, you're off to the races using it. Now, if you're new to the channel, click subscribe. Make sure to thumbs up this video, drop any comments below. And if you're interested, you're also welcome to download my ebook, 3 Tricks to Get to the Kitchen Table. The link to that is in the video description. Thanks for joining me today. We'll see you guys on the next one.